if we're talking just normal run-of-the-mill bets, this is not one that I'm going to be sweating out. No need to get mad at Michael Hawkins, a backup quarterback, for not covering a spread against a terrible team. So that one, easy win for Oklahoma. But I do think the no material factor and being able to kind of establish that run, can some of those wide receivers get some big plays out there? That'll be an interesting storyline to follow. Last game of the weekend, fun one here, 7:30 SEC Network. We head down to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, the number 6th ranked Texas A&M Aggies, will take on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Oof, tough back-to-back there, as State coming off of that really emotional loss at home to Tennessee in overtime. You would have thought, hey, we had them so close. We had them on the ropes. This was almost our chance to go get that huge SEC victory. Listen, I still really respect what Jeff Lebby's got going on there this year. All of that roster turnover, to be able to already double your win total from last year. You go out and you beat Arizona State, one of the better teams in the Big 12. You play a real competitive football game against Tennessee where you thought, hey, things might have been able to go my way in this one. But ultimately, this was a game that Mississippi State wasn't able to go finish in. Unfortunately, I feel like this is going to kind of be a similar situation. A&M's a 14.5-point favorite in this game, 55.5 being that total. Let's take Mississippi State. A little scrappy underdog. I think they're going to be really, really pissed off after last week. I'm not taking them outright by any means, but let's keep this game under 2 scores. I think when you look at 14.5, I could see that hook coming into my advantage if I'm rolling with the Bulldogs here. So I could see a 14-point loss, but when you get out into it, this is a State team that looked really good running the football last week against Tennessee, and that's a team that you normally expect to go out there and be able to stop the run. And Fluff Bothwell was kind of just having his way with that Tennessee defense. So for an A&M team that, hey, they've got a couple red flags, I would say, that I think can keep Mississippi State in this football game. One of them, they're the most penalized team in college football right now, committing 9.5 penalties per game. That's just extra yardage that you're giving a team that you clearly have a talent advantage over. We saw that with Mississippi State working against them this past week. It felt like State had a lot of penalties that ultimately helped Tennessee either stay on the field or just kind of turn some of those drives into backbreakers. I think that could start to work maybe in State's favor now against an A&M team that
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Good Friday evening and welcome into the SM Athletics Friday Night Scoreboard Show live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios here in beautiful West Knoxville. I am your host, Tim Hill, joined tonight by only the beautiful Bubba behind the screen across from me. Everyone else has abandoned us. Not sure if we will ever let them come back, Bubba. Might just rename the show the Tim and Bubba Show.
I mean, I got no qualms with that, Tim. You know?
I know who.
Some guys skip out on a week one time, and then another week happens, and they think they're good enough to take 2 weeks off, Tim?
In a row.
That's crazy.
I'm taking 2 weeks in a row off.
Especially in crunch time here. You know, there's a lot of region games here, Tim.
Week 7, we're trying to dissect the playoff format, how that works, and
Confusing the hell out of some of us.
Get all these scores in and watch 4 TVs out here at once. Just keep up with what's going on over at Farragut. We're watching the McCallie and Baylor game down in Chattanooga just because it's a big
National game of the week, Tim.
Yeah, watching. I don't know why.
One of 2 teams in state of Tennessee, 23 and 25 overall nationally.
It's big time.
Peyton Manning, Tony Vitello in attendance.
Why is Vitello there?
They have the scrimmage in Chattanooga tomorrow.
Yeah.
Vols are.
So he's just checking out some high school football.
Yep.
Maybe he'll call in and give his report.
I almost played trivia with him last night.
Almost.
Yeah, he was getting pizza down there at Dopo, and we were walking in to, go play trivia at another place down there.
Yeah. But nevertheless, we are here. Do you have us on camera, Bubba?
Yeah, your beautiful faces over there. They get to hear the mouth of the South, and they get to see him too.
Are you sure? I'm not seeing myself. There it is. I
was just saying.
It does say the drive, but I don't know if you need to switch that.
I ended and then I tried to re-upload it because whoever the drive was, decided that they didn't want to end the stream at all, so they just had it going all day, even with nobody home.
Trying to get those numbers up. I think that's what that means.
I don't know if they'd still keep it on if they had 2.5 hours of inactivity, but
as long as we were out there and being seen across YouTube, Twitter, and wherever else we're at tonight. But Bubba, week 7 of the high school football season. Like you said, a lot of region games going on tonight. Hardin Valley trying to get their first win ever at Farragut. Bearden, Oak Ridge, Sweetwater, Austin East, which I think is a region game.
It is.
Had some of the 1A region where I pay attention to: Rockwood, Oakdale, Harriman, Cofield. Region games, West and Clinton, which we'll get into some of that. A lot of games already over with tonight. A lot of running clocks, from what I can tell, and a lot of early clocks happening early in the game. So hopefully that means we'll get some people calling in fairly quick tonight, since it's just you and I, which I don't mind that. If they don't want to be here with us, that's their loss.
It's a Friday night on a Tennessee bye week, Yeah,
everybody's out there.
Plus, fall breaks happen too. People got vacations to go to. They got family to spend time with.
I'm leaving after the show, but at least I stayed for the show to head out of town.
Some people want it more, Tim. You're just one of them.
That's right. Just want it more. Go over a few scores. Went final. Alcoa 38, South Doyle 7. Bradley Central beats Cleveland in a region game. This game was early on when I noticed it in the night. 42-3. CAK beats Chattanooga Christian 21-14. Cofield beats my Harriman Blue Devils 64-6. It was ugly fast down there tonight. Last night, Gibbs beats Anderson County 35-28. Greenback beats Wartburg 48-7. Kingston in a big region game in that. I guess that's Region 2, 3A. Kind of an upset. Beats McMinn Central 27-16. Carter beats Fulton 49-6. Halls beats Carnes 49-15. Loudon beats Sequoia 41-7. The Sequoia losing streak continues. Another Thursday night game. Meigs County beats the winless Brainerd team out of Chattanooga 65-6. Oak Ridge beats Bearden 34-7. Powell blanks Campbell County tonight 49-0. I'd say Logan will have more cookies to talk about than the actual game. Doesn't look like there's much to see over there. Rockwood shuts out Oakdale 35-0. Science Hill beats Morristown East 45-0. Sevier County beats Cocke County 56-0. A lot of the shutouts, running clocks tonight, like I said. Silverdale beats Lakeway Christian 55-28. William Blunt last night beats Heritage over in beautiful Blount County 34-27. I know we have 2 of our guys that were over there last night. Hopefully we'll talk to them tonight. Not sure where they're at tonight. I know Maryville was playing at Cookeville, so if one of them went there, they'll be an hour behind calling in. So not sure how long we'll go for tonight, just since it's the Tim and Bubba show, but Bubba's over here answering the phones. Got a caller, it looks like. Bubba, I was over here reading scores off. It looked like he was having a conversation about life with whoever's calling.
Yeah, we've funny enough, we got a guy who he's not here in person, but he kind of wanted to call in spirit here.
Well, I can tell you right now, if it's the one that it can go one or two ways. They might get hung up on pretty quick, or we might just let them talk for a couple minutes because they might have a legit reason to not be here. So surprise me with who it is.
All right, caller, the floor is yours.
Hey, Peaches, it's Beaver. What's going on, my man?
Oh, not much. How are you, Beaver?
I'm all right. Am I going to get hung up on pretty quick tonight, or am I okay to talk?
Depends on your attitude, I guess. You're good for now.
Yeah, my attitude's pretty good. I'm sitting down here in Florida out on the back porch drinking a beer, so we're good for now. However, if you want an update on the Grace game, I did listen to most of that on the radio, and I'll tell you about Boyd Buchanan because they're a pretty darn good team tonight.
So that's one I have not seen a score for. It's not final, so I haven't seen a final. So what is going on down in Chattanooga?
Yeah, it's not quite final as of yet. Grace played them tough in the first half. It was 7-7 going in the half. It was like 5 minutes left in the first half. Boyd Buchanan only had like 33 yards total yards. But about that point, Grace started getting a little bit tired. Boyd just has bigger bodies, more bodies, and Grace just couldn't hang on the field with them. Second half, Grace tried to hang in with them, but the defense just gave out. So as of right now, when I called into the show, I had to stop listening. Boyd was up by 2 touchdowns with about 4 minutes left in the game, and they had the ball in plus territory. So Boyd's going to hang on and win that one.
Nothing to hang your head on. I mean, it looks like they've kept it close being at Boyd. That's a big deal, too, having to travel 2 hours and Boyd being one of the better teams in that private division the last few years. So not a bad outing at all for Grace Christian tonight.
Not at all. It was quite impressive the first half when they still had fresh legs and the way the defense held them. It was good stuff, even though I had to listen to it and couldn't watch it. But it was good. It was good stuff.
What part of Florida are you in?
I'm down at Port Canaveral. I'm getting on one of the big boats tomorrow.
Oh, man. Must be fun.
Yeah.
Looks a little rainy tomorrow, I think, because I'm heading down there tomorrow also.
Yeah, it's supposed to be rainy all week, I believe. My family's not especially excited about that part, but for me, it doesn't matter whether it's raining or not. I'm going to just do the same thing: sit around and drink beer and read books. That's what I'm going to do for a week.
Living the American dream. All right, Beaver, we do appreciate you calling in. Me and Bubba's going to hit it hard and try to get some steam going tonight, and for 2 hours, see what we can do. Talk a little football. So have fun on your cruise, brother.
See you, brother. Have a good night.
I guess we could have. I mean, we had to. We let him talk. I mean, he had the decency to call in, missing 2 weeks in a row. Last week he went to the Mississippi State game in Starkville. This week he's on I'm gonna say a Disney cruise if I had to guess. So, you big cruise fan, Bubba?
Always wanted to go on one, never been on one.
I've never wanted to go on one.
I feel like I would thrive in the setting of, being on the water.
I feel like you would thrive in a setting of anywhere.
A lot of drinks. Depends on the situation. I think so too, Tim. I appreciate that. To kind of, you got to know your surroundings a little bit, know how to act. If I'm up in the mountains, I'm going to act like the mountain folk. If I'm in a city, I'm a city slicker.
And you're on a boat. I mean, what kind of person?
Yeah, I mean, if we're on a fishing boat, we're fishing the hell out of them waters. So, but if we're out there just enjoying it all, we're on the dance floor, a couple Mai Tais, looking for some doors with some pineapples on them.
I bet you would just be all over that.
One day
I've never been on a cruise, but I see all the videos when they take off and everybody's out there at the party and just.
I'd probably get left behind
having a good old time.
Foreign country or.
That's my biggest fear. I don't want to get off on an excursion in some foreign country and get left. And
we go to the Dominican Republic. I'll be stuck playing baseball with some kids that can barely read.
Yeah,
for the next couple of years.
I wouldn't be playing baseball on an excursion. I'd be doing something else, I'm sure. But that's a big fear of mine, is just getting stuck behind. So either way, we're going to hit a quick break. Come back, maybe get some other callers, go over a few more games in depth, get some more finals in. And hopefully Bubba will give me a little bit better music tonight to my liking. But he's shaking his head no, so that's probably not going to happen. So, all right, Bubba, hit me with something. Let's get to this break.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Today, we raise a glass of Jameson Irish whiskey to the sport of football. Hear, hear!
To Gaelic football, born in Ireland in 1885 in its thrilling blend of soccer, rugby and basketball. On a massive field, 15 players kick or hand pass a round ball to score points over a bar or into a net. No pads, no helmet, no sense.
Hear, hear!
To college football, which kicked off in 1869 when Rutgers beat Princeton 6-4 in the Battle of New Jersey. With 11 players in helmets and pads, teams battle on a 100-yard gridiron with explosive pass plays and hard-hitting tackles. Unless you're called for targeting.
Hear, hear! Since 1780, Jameson Irish whiskey has been enjoyed by sports fans all around the globe. Whether your football is Gaelic, American, or even soccer, we can all agree on super smooth Jameson Irish whiskey. Hear, hear!
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Attention service members and veterans. Introducing the Griffin Law Firm, your trusted ally in military legal matters. From court martials to benefit claims, at Griffin Law, your mission is their mission. Here's VFL Marshall Griffin.
As a veteran and retired military attorney, I've successfully defended lifelong benefits and helped preserve professional futures. So I know that when you hire a military justice lawyer, you maximize your chance to get relief. With my unique experience, I can advocate for you because there's no military matter that's too big or too small. Let us help you make these critical decisions that could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
Watching Bubba work like a magician. He's doing the cameras. He's putting the music on. He's taking phone calls instead of just saying, "Hey, caller, what's your name?" Pop, put it back on hold. He's having 45-second conversations while we're still listening to this intro song coming back from break. He's on the phone again, not sure what's going on. I mean, he's just over here making it happen. Got people in the chat talking about some kind of Dairy Cream down in Bradley County, or I guess that's Cleveland area, that closed, and Bradley Central hasn't been relevant since then. Or Bradley County hasn't been relevant since the Dairy Cream closed. Never heard of the Dairy Cream. Heard of the Dairy Barn down in Athens in McMinn County. Dairy Cream does sound pretty good, though. Some more finals coming in as the games keep going final. Big one that I was looking forward to happened last night. TSD beat the South Carolina School for the Deaf 46-6. Big win for our boys here in East Tennessee. The Deaf boys, it is. West Ridge beat Morristown West last night 23-13. Volunteer beat Northview Academy 41-8 tonight. Saudi Daisy beat Ottawa 35-23. Scott County beat Union County 28-6. Red Bank beat Signal Mountain 34-15. And I think that's all we got for now. I'm guessing Hardin Valley Farragut's getting close to being over with. When we came on the show, Hardin Valley was down by about 10 points. Farragut was driving with about 7 or 8 minutes to go in the game. It had been back and forth. Farragut had been up by 17 at one point. Hardin Valley got it back down to 10, but I don't think they're going to get it any closer than that. Bubba, do we have a caller?
We got a couple. Real quick, somebody called in, Westchester called in about the Dobbins-Bennett Jeff County. Looks like Dobbins-Bennett did win 21-14.
So he just called in to get a score?
Well, he's also on hold, too, but
okay.
But in front of him, we got, I believe, Chase on the line.
Chase, are you there?
What's going on, Tim?
Just watching Bubba.
Great job, brother.
Just watching Bubba over here work. I'm over here by myself. I should have called you in tonight to sit in here with me. I didn't think about that till it's too late.
Boy, that would have been next level.
It'd been fun. You'd have been in high cotton, I'm sure. But just sitting here watching Bubba just answer these phones, work this video, put some songs on. Did you go to Oakdale tonight?
Oh yes, it was what you thought it was. 35-0 running clock. We got out of there with no injuries. Rockwood got the W. So not an exciting game, except if you had a parent of the kid there, But it was a region win for the Tigers, so you're never going to argue with that. The Tigers go to Cumberland County next week, so I would think should be another win for the Tigers.
Yeah, we were looking at some of the region schedules here earlier before we came on. I mean, pretty much I think that region's, depending on one game between Cofield and Oliver Springs for that 1 and 2. I mean, Rockwood's in that 3, I think, fairly not much can change to get them out of the 3.
You're right. I think Cofield's just probably the one. And the Oliver Springs, they've got a lot of great players, a great coaching staff. Cofield's probably the 1. Oliver Springs is the 2.
Yeah. And the way the way it is right now in the upper region, Sunbright is that 4 seed, which they finally get their wish and get in the playoffs, but they're going to go to Cofield 20 miles down the road, so it'll be won't be a long trip for the first round for them. Kingston beat Sweetwater, or not beat Sweetwater, but beat McMinn Central tonight.
Yeah, 27-16. That's actually where I'm at. I'm at the Nat right now. The ice cream machine don't stop. So we had some ice cream sales going on tonight. But the Jackets, that's a big region win for them. Is that back-to-back wins for them, AE and Central?
Looking right now, that is back-to-back wins.
So yeah,
Sweetwater. So they're set pretty good in the region. I mean, they're 2-1 right now.
Greenback Schlacks Wartburg tonight. They were up 48-7 at one point. Midway, I'm just looking at scores I've got in the group chat. Midway was down 19-13 at half, and they're somewhere just God only knows where they've traveled to play a game at tonight. But it's far away.
I don't know who they played. I don't think I saw one of their scores. Now I'm looking. Looks like they played
We
Whitwell.
did,
Whitwell at Whitwell.
Whitwell, baby.
Yeah.
Rockwood had a 1,000-yard rusher tonight for the season, Jaden Davidson. So he had a couple long runs that put him over the 1,000-yard mark.
Won't be long till playoffs. I mean, seems like it's going by super fast.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Were the Devils off tonight, or did they play?
They played, but they were also off. So you could say they were at Coalfield tonight.
Oh, yeah.
So it was 64-6.
Interesting.
Coalfield won that one.
What about the old 3-2 game last night?
You've got me there. I don't know. Who was that?
Cumberland County, I think it was Cumberland County and East Ridge.
First one, I didn't see that one when I was going over the last night's scores, but it sounds pretty boring.
That's incredible. It's a dang baseball score.
It is. Speaking of baseball, I've seen some fall scrimmages going on today over in the valley at Hardin Valley.
Listen, is Tony V going to take the Giants job?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I don't think it makes sense on either side unless your dream just to be a Major League Baseball coach. And
some people it is. It doesn't make much sense. So, no Tennessee football game this weekend. What's your plans?
My plans are Sunday. We're getting up early, taking my wife to the Dolphins-Panthers game. Doesn't that sound riveting?
Just a down and back?
Just a down and back, one shot, baby. Leave at 6:30. That game will be over by about 5. Head home, baby.
Dolphins are on a winning streak on a short week, though.
With the black unis.
Yeah, those look pretty good.
What do you think as a fellow Finn?
I liked them. I'd much rather just see the turquoise, just the old logo throwback instead of the black ones, which I'm sure they'll wear them again this year. They'll wear them at some point, but
of course,
black ones look pretty good. So,
of course.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in. We're going to get back to the grind.
The Roane County Report, y'all do a great job, brother. I appreciate you.
All right. See you next week.
All right. See you.
Bubba, you want to go ahead and put Westchester through if he's still there? Westchester, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, gentlemen. How are we doing?
Good. How are you?
I am good. I for the 6th time in my life. Okay, obviously there's a little unadulterated hate here. 6th time in my life, I got to see the Clinton football team lose. I'm an old AC guy by heart, so that was a nice game tonight. And I'm going to actually, before I get to the Heritage,
you say you're an AC. So did you go to Anderson County?
My nephew played for him, and I worked for them volunteered for them for 6 seasons.
Okay.
And then they never lost to Clinton. Guys, I'm going to throw the Clinton coach under the bus here just a little bit, not the players. So we try not to disparage players on this show, and I appreciate that.
Well, I mean,
try to respect that.
The guy's not too much older than the players. So,
well, so here's what happened. The game was over when, right? It is always that moment. And in Westchester's humble opinion, the game was over when West came out. They were up 21-7. Don't quote me on that part. They were up 3 or 4 scores. Probably, I think it's 3. 21-7 sounds right. And they came out and they ran a hurry-up offense, and Clinton's linemen were standing there with their hands on their hips when they were hiking the ball, and they're just running, the running back just running right by them, and they scored on about 4 plays. And here's why I'm throwing the coach under the bus. They took 2 timeouts to the half, and they had 3 at that time, and he never stopped it. He's sitting there trying to yell at his players and what to adjust, but he never calls a timeout to stop it.
I mean, do you think that's on him, or do you think that's on him not having some assistance, realizing he's in his first year and being young and needing to help him out in that situation?
How about coaching staff? Is that fair?
Yeah.
I would throw that one on the coaching staff, because when the players came back to the sidelines, there was some helmet throwing, there was some sailor language at each other, and that was the moment the team was broken and that game exploded. They came out the second half with the running clock and played a lot better, a lot of clean uniforms on both sides of the ball. Clinton was was hurt tonight because their starting quarterback went out early with, I'm not a doctor, but let's just call it concussion-like symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
So that hurt them. The West shut down their best player that had a career day versus Central last night, and he had one catch in the first half and exploded in the second because they decided to, give him the ball. They looked a little undermatched. They had because I'm the only one that counts this crap. They had 47 dress players to West 75, which is way down for West from last season. But yeah, it was a tough matchup. It was over quickly, and it's hard to watch programs that just. It's hard not. I mean, as much as I joke around about my feelings about Clinton, it's hard to watch programs like that, which is a perfect segue to my game from last night when I went to go watch Heritage host William Blunt. Yeah, I wanted to say Boyd Buchanan because I had them on the mind, but no, well, obviously William Blunt. And first time I got to see William Blunt play, first trip to Heritage. Heritage's view is it's nice. It's close to Seymour. You're not gonna be mad going to either place as far as the view goes. They're both pretty nice. Heritage. Speaking of coaches, I guess it's just Paulo on Coaches Day, but boy, I had a good. I was listening to the broadcast on the radio broadcast on my earbuds, even though it was 15 seconds behind the play. It was still entertaining. Always nice to know what the penalty calls are and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
stuff you might miss. And I had to take my earbuds out every time their head coach was on my side of the field because, golly, he is entertaining. He is a lively guy. I tell you what, I respect the heck out of any head coach that has that much heart and energy. And apparently he was a former tight end coach for Skullcan. You all know that?
Oh yeah, he was. He's
apparently,
college guy.
Yeah, and he has a better job than Skullcan does now. But he's an easy coach to enjoy, and I'm sure his kids love playing for him. I hope they love playing for him. That game was really close. Heritage tried to win it, got into some clock management issues towards the end of the game, had to burn some early timeouts that they probably wish they had kept. But that's the game. But good times down there.
And that's a rivalry game that has a statue or has a
name. Yeah, it's
has
the
an
Battle
award.
of the Bell.
Yeah, has a something that somebody's taking home with them at the end of the game. Which I don't think there's a lot of that goes on around here.
Not enough.
Yeah, I mean, Hardin Valley Fair, I don't think they have something that they're fighting over. Oak Ridge Clinton, I don't think they have anything they're fighting over. So pretty neat to have something like that.
Speaking of Hardin Valley Farragut, as of from what the scores I've seen, unofficially Hardin Valley and Carnes are both respectively out of their playoff races after tonight.
Hardin Valley had the opportunity to put their foot on the throat of everybody for that fourth seed tonight if they'd have won.
Yeah, they did, and all they had to do was I say all, but I guess Farragut played their game of the year. I know I was
45 points. What it says right now. I don't know if it's final, but I just saw 45-28.
I was very impatiently waiting for you guys to come on the air, and I turned on 98.7 to listen to the Hardin Valley broadcast, and I heard them just in time for them to give up or to commit 2 false starts in a row to give Farragut a first down when they were lined up for a field goal, and that was from what I can guess, not listening to the whole game or not seeing it, I think that was kind of that score probably broke their spirit, and that was the end of that game.
Yep.
But Carnes had a chance tonight with a little bit of help to lock up that 4 seed. I think they're fighting. I think there's just about, if I remember that one correctly, there's 2 guaranteed at this point, and 3 teams fighting for 2. But they're the odd man out now with that tough loss they took tonight at home to Halls. Halls is in the driver's seat.
I'm looking at it right now. Hardin Valley is not officially out. They could still tie Farragut with wins. Well, no.
they wouldn't have the tiebreaker. So, yeah, never mind. They are out.
Yeah. It's hard to believe that week 6 we're talking about playoffs being over for some teams. I mean,
week 7.
I guess not everybody, week 7. Sorry, I guess not everybody can be Harriman when it was pretty much over in week 1. But
hell, we all can't be the Big Blue. So, Bubba, you need to start sitting a little bit closer to the phone. So whenever I give you the thumbs down, you dump these people. Making comments like that.
Oh, you guys love me, you know it, guys. The Grace loss is a bad loss. I think they can grow from it. Webb was close to winning a game tonight when I last checked.
I haven't seen the update. Bubba, do you have anything over there? I haven't seen the final. I've been just looking at the TWSWA site. They just show finals.
It is a 10-point loss for Knoxville Webb as Notre Dame wins 50-40.
Wow.
No defense.
40 points and can't win.
Yep.
That's rough. Guys, I'll let you go. Get on down the road here, the next caller, and we look forward. I have no idea what's on the schedule for next week. We were kind of joking about it today. There's not a whole lot that stands out to me, but I'll look at it again a little closer tomorrow and see where we're at, especially after the standings kind of shake out for the rest of the evening.
All right, Westchester, we appreciate it. Give us a call next week.
Thanks, guys.
Bubba, send us to break.
Where are the best ribs in the Volunteer State? Rickard Ridge. Who has the best barbecue catering packages in East Tennessee? Rickard Ridge. And where is the most beautiful setting to enjoy a meal with family and friends? Rickard Ridge. Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Just a quick ride up I-75, take exit 134, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is on your left, just inside Cove Lake State Park.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mike Costa at Knoxville Smiles. Here at Knoxville Smiles, we're all about making it easier for you to see the dentist. That's why we're now open until 7 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If going to the dentist in the morning or during normal business hours doesn't fit your busy schedule, come see us a little later. Call 865-539-1776 to schedule your appointment, or just visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career. Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth only drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw premium vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw premium vodka. Please drink responsibly.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Welcome back into the SM Athletics Friday Night Scoreboard Show. Week 7 of the slate is almost over with. I do like the music you're playing, Bubba. It's a little bit more upbeat than what Beaver plays.
I was just trying to find some relatable stuff. That one was an Iron Claw. And I thought about, the Iron Claw and the Von Erichs.
I like that movie. Although they say it made up a bunch of stuff.
Well, I haven't deep dug into the whole story of the Von Erichs and stuff, but I thought it was a good enough movie.
Well, they didn't include
Brought a tear to my
they didn't
eye.
include one of the sons. They left one son completely out of the movie. The youngest one, who had I'm not saying he had scoliosis, but he had something wrong with his back. But they did not include him in the movie at all, which I thought was kind of weird because he did have somewhat of a short professional wrestling career. Not to go off on professional wrestling, because he did end up killing himself like a couple of his other brothers, or one brother at least, I guess. Very sad story though. So if you want to watch a sad story about a professional wrestling family, watch the Iron Claw. Apparently, The Rock is in some new fighting movie, and they're talking about how he might be up to win an Oscar for it.
I haven't seen it yet, but it's called The Smashing Machine. It is over Mark Kerr.
I've never heard of Mark Kerr.
Former UFC fighter. I haven't either, but recently they've kind of showed him more and more, like in terms of I guess, trying to advertise the movie and stuff at UFC events.
Yeah.
But I still have yet to go back and watch it.
See, when I first saw pictures of him in how he looked in the movie, I thought it was going to be about Mark Coleman.
I did too, honestly. Just because Coleman, I think, had the house fire.
Yeah.
Like a 7 people situation, that would have made sense. But, I mean, also makes sense to, bring life to maybe a guy that underlooked in his respective combat sports. So,
yeah. All right, Bubba, do we have a caller?
We do. It is Logan.
Logan, are you there, brother? I think, Logan, are you there now? I think Bubba actually pushed the button this time.
I think I am in.
You're in. He faked me out the first time. He pushed it and gave me the thumbs up, and took me for a ride on that one.
Keeping you honest.
He is. It's just me and him tonight. We've got the house to ourselves. We're just running around wild, trying to.
How's it going?
It's going. Best you can. We're. I would say a disadvantage because we're making it work, but Bubba's over there just doing the video, answering calls, finding songs, answering calls from Westchester who's calling about a score and wanting to have a whole conversation while I'm over here talking to myself, and Bubba's just not acknowledging me, just keeps on talking to these guys. I think you're the shortest call he's had when answering the phone. Everybody else has been 2-minute, 3-minute conversation. I'm just sitting over here dying, just wondering when he's going to come back.
Because he's a pal guy.
Yeah, he's a pal guy. Looks like Pal didn't have much of anything to sweat tonight.
Not much, no. I think in terms of that, all the homecoming king and queen candidates, anxious to get on the field. That was kind of the only, nervousness, anxiety going on. And, it was homecoming night and 49-0 over the Cougars. But, it capped a great day here at Powell. We had all kinds of homecoming festivities with a parade and pep rally in the afternoon, and yeah, just great all around day for us. I mean, we're rolling into fall break, which is much needed, and for this team, it gives a chance. It's a no sweat deal rolling into fall break, which is nice, and it feels like there's not as much injuries and stuff going on as you saw at the first part of the year. So you get a week off, and then you get the last 3 games to take care of business, solidify that number 1 spot in the region, and then on to playoffs. So great time to be a Panther, and we're ready for the break.
So I'm assuming they are off. I haven't looked at the schedule. Are there a lot of teams that's off next week?
Yeah, it usually is.
I know in the past we had that. 2 years ago when we was doing it, that one fall break week was just empty, and I just haven't had time to look ahead for next week to see what's going on.
I'm looking. In this area, so Karnes and Campbell County are the closest teams, are the only Knoxville teams I'm seeing. I don't know about Catholic. Catholic. I'm not seeing Catholic. So you got Karnes and Campbell County. They're not facing off with each other, but Sweetwater goes to Campbell County. Morristown East goes to Karnes. So that's pretty much it for Knox County, it looks like.
Bubba, I'm looking at this schedule now, and
Grace. Okay, Grace plays too. Grace at Sevier. Ooh,
that's a big one. We talked about that last week, I think, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago we touched on that, just looking ahead at schedules and notice that out-of-region game. There's not much going on at all next week. So, Bubba, we might extend our vacation. Our vacation, my vacation. I'm the one that's going to the beach this week. So, but are you going anywhere, Logan?
No, we're staying in and just going to relax. Got family coming in, enjoy time with them. I'm pretty worn out right now, but I think if I get some rest tonight, I'm going to hit the road to Chattanooga and try to catch Tony V and the boys out there tomorrow.
Well, apparently Bubba said he's at the Macaulay-Baylor game tonight.
Yes, I heard that he was sitting with Peyton.
That's wild. I saw a picture of Peyton in the stands, and for him to just be able to sit out there like that, I guess people just have come to accept it there because he's been at several games. They just know not to bother him.
Well, he's also kind of in that specialty parent section too. So, I imagine if they've seen him once, because a lot of their kids too are also recruited by, D1 people, and they got some high other.
His son's in 8th grade, right, at Baylor.
Yes.
So but just imagine Tony V and Peyton Manning. Like, you can't form a more rock star duo in terms of East Tennessee, the whole state really. But the two of them together at a high school, at the Baylor and Macaulay game, that's just that's like a USC. Like it feels like it's Dana White and Joe Rogan at a USC event.
I was gonna say Dana White and somebody else at a game, but.
Name your celebrity. Pick your celebrity of it.
Yeah, you always see Dana and Trump there at the.
There you go. Yeah.
So
probably more appropriate.
Don't want to get Bubba too rolled up though. Have you noticed anything else tonight? We were watching Hardin Valley Farragut out here in the lobby.
Yeah.
I thought Hardin Valley had a legit chance.
I did too,
and they just didn't. So
was that how? I'm seeing final scores. Obviously, we broadcasted our game, so. Don't know how the flow of things went, but by the score, looks like might have been a comfortable win. But I'm like you, Tim. My eyes were on that one because this has playoff implications. If Farragut can make a run, or if Hardin Valley can pick up their 4th win and dig their foot in, but not showing by the Admirals, it looks like.
Yeah, Hardin Valley would have had a firm grasp on that 4th spot if they'd have won. Yep. Now, Westchester said they're out of it. I went back and looked. They're not technically out of it. They have to beat Oak Ridge and Cleveland and have
both
and have Farragut lose to Cleveland, which
such a swing game for Hardin Valley, because if they win, and like you mentioned, they play Cleveland, you can knock them out of the way. And Bradley Central, we've talked about how they've had their struggles, so they had a fast lane, and now all of a sudden their backs are against the wall.
It would have been the first win at Farragut ever, from what I've been told this week.
Really?
That's what people said. They've never won. They They've beat Farragut at home. They've never won at Farragut.
Wow.
And, I mean, which they don't play every year. They do now, but there's been years in the past where they didn't play. So it's not like it's been played every year since Hardin Valley formed in the late 2000 decade or whatever. I think they started about 2008, maybe.
To go on another impressive run, did I see this right? Anderson County, their first region loss in almost a decade.
Since 2018, their first region loss.
Was it 18? Okay.
And
but still.
First time Gibbs has beaten them since 1992.
What a game by Gibbs, man. The two best games, just flat out, down to the wire games happened last. I mean, that was, when I'm thinking about games of the night and stuff like that, I was like, well, for this week, they happened last night with William Blount and Heritage, the Battle of the Bell, and then with what Gibbs did against AC, for AC to climb back, and you had Jason Thompson, it felt like when he closed the gap and they got ahead at the end, you're like, okay, here it is. The Mavs are gonna pull away with this one because it's Jason Thompson putting the team on his back, but then Gibbs with the final blow, with the final answer. That was amazing to see.
Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, that's a big loss for Anderson County. It could possibly put them in the 3 spot.
Mm-hmm.
Because Gibbs has that tiebreaker over them. Gibbs has Carter, Fulton, and Heritage left. So Carter and Heritage won't be easy wins, but if they win those two, this is
winnable.
Assuming Anderson County loses to Alcoa, and that'll be their second region loss. I mean, Anderson County will be the 3 seed going on the road in the first round.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to fathom with the new 2-4A. When we were looking at it, I mean, we were just, okay, put Alcoa in the driver's seat. And we thought AC would be up there as well. And you're sitting there thinking, man, Gibbs can really kind of take a back seat with the way this thing's lining up and shaking out. But what a win. I mean, that's probably the biggest regular season win for Gibbs that I can think of in recent memory.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I mean, you're going to have 2 pretty good teams. More than likely, it's going to be Gibbs or Heritage. One of those is not going to make the playoffs, and both of them have. I mean, Heritage 3-3 on the year going into tonight, but I mean, we've talked about Heritage quite a bit. They've played a good season so far.
They've had close games, and the game last night against William Blount, I think that game ended on the 1-yard line. Did it not?
It did.
It did, Bubba. Yeah,
he ran a wildcat, and he got all the way down there and just couldn't get past.
Mm.
Yeah, Baylor up 31-28 right now over McCauley.
That was a low scoring game the first half, I think, when we were watching it.
Was it?
So we had it was on one of the TVs, and that's the one we had the volume up on.
Yeah, I mean, he kicked a field goal to make it like 14.5, I think.
Wow, what a heavyweight fight, man.
Talking to Westchester a while ago, Heritage and William Blount having a trophy. Do you know of any other teams in the area with a rivalry game that have a trophy at stake?
There are, and I can't think of what they might be. And, it's funny you say that because I'm, I don't know, I probably shouldn't let a secret out of my head. I haven't really, but I want to bring that back. And this being at Cal, and I don't know how it will work and kind of the logistics to make both teams kind of involved with it, but I would love to see that, especially here when you talk about Palin Halls, coming up with some sort of trophy or something tangible to make something of a rivalry and everything. But that's a good question. I feel like there is. I really feel like there is. Not much, but maybe a couple, and I just can't think of who they are.
Yeah, I couldn't think of any off the top of my head. Looks like Bubba's got something.
Carnes and Hardin Valley have one.
What is it?
I'm trying to go back and find through. I think could be a little placard.
I don't count that. I mean, they had an actual, they had a bell or something at Heritage last night.
Yes.
So, I mean, I'm looking for a Paul Bunyan axe or a bell or a barrel or something like that. I don't know. A plaque don't mean anything. So, all right, Logan. Any plans tomorrow with the bye week for the Big Orange?
I'm thinking about heading to Chattanooga, checking out Tennessee baseball.
I'm letting it slip. I'm sorry. I'm heading to Florida at some point tonight. After this, I've got my mind on that drive. So
I feel you, man. I feel you. I made a Sunday. I decided to make it down to Atlanta for game 162. Once Charlie Morton was announced that he was going to throw, they signed him and he was going to throw, be a curtain call for him and likely Snicker, and that came to fruition. It ended up being Snicker's last game. So I feel you on that. I drove down to Atlanta and back in the same day, caught that game, and then had to do this week. And man, I've got a box of crumble cookies right here. I'm gonna have me a midnight snack and kick my feet up and enjoy fall break.
what are the flavors of the week?
So triple berry, be sure to check that thing out. Triple berry cake. That's kind of their triple decker offering, and then they're starting to roll out the pumpkin flavors. They've got a pumpkin pie cookie. The peanut butter, I never turn those down. They have peanut butter chocolate featuring Oreo. That packs a punch. So plenty to choose from your Knoxville area location.
As always, big hits with the crumble, especially around the office whenever we're blessed enough to get them. So.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
All right, Logan. I would say talk to you next week, but I'm not sure if we're going to talk to you next week because after looking at that schedule, we may just mail it in because there's only so much you can talk about with 2 or 3 games.
No, I'm with you. Hey, it's time for a reset. Let's just take a reset. With what a fantastic job you guys have done. I've obviously called in, but also watched the stream that you guys are putting together and everything, and it's been fantastic. So let's take a reset, and then we got to get ready for the playoffs. So.
All right, Logan. We'll reconvene you in a couple of weeks, man. Have a good fall break.
Thank you, guys.
See you, man. All right, Bubba. We're not on any kind of schedule tonight. These breaks have been all over the place because we got callers. I don't really want to cut them off after 90 seconds or 2 minutes. I want to let them talk. So let's hit a break, come back, and talk some more.
On Island time, Tim.
Are you tired of waiting on interest rates to drop before you start saving money? I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, and I've got a better way. With a traditional closed-end mortgage, most of your payment goes straight to interest, not your balance. But with my Smart Loan, every deposit you make cuts your principal immediately and reduces interest in real time. On average, my clients pay off their mortgage in just 7 years. Call me today at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com and let's turn your income into financial freedom. NMLS number 332-941.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Are you looking for a treat that will knock it out of the park at the next watch party? Just like your favorite baseball team, Crumble brings the best lineup week to week with an expanded roster that includes key lime pie, strawberry cake, or my personal favorite, Monster featuring M&M candies. Let Crumble treat you to the best cookies in the game. Download the Crumble app and start earning rewards. You can even vote monthly on what flavors you would like to see at any store of your choice. Warmer weather is here, so get to the ballpark, but don't miss the cookies.
Whether you are buying or selling a home, or even looking for some land to build on and start a family, be sure to give Reed Emerson with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate Heritage Group a shout. He is a longtime listener and supporter of Fanrun and has been serving the Mid-State for many years. Reed prides himself on his hassle-free and honest approach, and that's because he's not just chasing another commission. He wants what is best for his clients. Give Reed Emerson a call or text him today to get the process started. His number is 931-492-0418, or you can find him online at bhgheritagegroup.com.
I think he's cute. He's so sexy. He's got the look. This drives the girls wild. Got the moves that really move me. He sends chills up and down my spine. Just my sexy boy.
Bubba with an all-time hit coming back in from break right there. That's kind of heat that Beaver can't bring, Bubba. That kind of comeback song, or whatever you want to call it. That done it for me. That re-energized me. We could go for another 3 hours now. I was feeling kind of down, but that was nice. This is the SM Athletics Friday Night Scoreboard Show. Bubba, have you noticed I haven't gave the number out one time tonight? That's not good on my part.
Tim? You just don't want people to call in?
I mean, we've had callers lined up, but 865-966-3435 if you want to call in and talk high school football, wrestling, entrance music, crumble cookies,
anything on your mind, really.
Cruises, anything on your mind. Just give us a shout. We're here at your convenience. I think we have a caller, Bubba, because I saw Josh. You having another 5-minute conversation during the break,
so it's okay.
You what?
It was in the break, so it's okay.
Okay, well, I mean, whatever. So, Josh, you there?
I am.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right. How are y'all?
Good. So, did you have the night off?
Yeah, I did. I covered the Battle of the Bell last night, and the rest of our teams were on the – Alcoa was the only team at home. Everyone else was on the road. I've got another guy that's done Alcoa all year, so just let him do that. And, I stay at home. I'll edit and everything, but no football game tonight.
Yeah, so I mean, just thinking about that now, you having a Thursday night game with two Blount County teams really takes it down for what y'all can do tonight, especially Maryville being in Cookeville. Where was Greenback at?
Greenback was at Wartburg, and Eagleton was up in Tellico Plains. Those are the 6 schools we cover, and half of them are on the road. So
yeah, I always forget about Eagleton being. I always forget about Greenback being in Blount County. I always think Loudoun County, and then I just forget about Eagleton just because they're so new to me.
Yeah, Eagleton's new, and I think Greenback's technically. I don't think they're even technically in Blount County. It's just one of those things where like the Daily Times just always covered them. So here we are still covering Greenback. But hey, shout out Greenback. They won tonight. So
have you ever been to Wartburg?
I can't say that I have.
Yeah, I mean ain't much going on there. They do
love that racetrack.
Yeah, Bubba's a big dirt track race fan. They got a track there in Wartburg. So they did have I don't know if it's still there. I would assume so. They for years when I was in high school and even after, they had a pizza place that was really good. Partners Pizza. Shout out Wartburg if you ever go there. Try that. Tell us about last night.
Man, that was a crazy game. William Blount Heritage Battle of the Bell. So William Blount goes up 19-0. It's 19-0. I've called in the last couple of weeks. I'm at these Heritage games, and Heritage is up, 2 scores early. It's funny this time. It's William Blount up. It goes up by 19 points. Man, early in the game, and pretty much all night, but early in the game, especially like Heritage was just making some penalties, man. The bad penalties, holding, and then on offense, and then there's defensive penalties stuff too. So penalties are helping William Blount go down there, extend drives and score. And then penalties against Heritage are hurting them on their offensive drives. But yeah, so it's 19-0 early in this game. Second quarter, William Blount's all up. Their quarterback Dabrowski running the football really well. Aiden Klein is too. But credit to Heritage, they stayed in it. The defense started playing better. The offense scores one before halftime, gets stopped, get the ball back first, second half, and score. So they start coming back. And it's about a 1-score game most of the time. Heritage late in the game. They recover an onside kick. They have a chance to go down there and tie the game. I think it was 27-20 at this point in the game, so William Blunt's still up. Heritage recovers the onside kick. And then, man, the biggest penalty of all, Thomas Bowers has a big breakaway run, and it gets called back for a holding. Heritage ends up turning the ball over on downs. So it's just that kind of stuff all night. But, you know, here it is, late in the game. Heritage makes a stop. William Blunt, they get the ball back. There's, you know, I don't know, a minute left, maybe 2 minutes left. They're down to score, so they go down there, drive all the way to the goal line, and then William Blunt makes a tackle. It's back to the end zone, and William Blunt makes that tackle, stop the running back, you know, less than a yard short, maybe a foot short of the goal line of the tying score. So, I mean, just another crazy finish. I know that rivalry, I think, is a little underrated. There's always, you know, crazy games, wild finishes in the Battle of the Bell. And that one definitely was with William Blunt making that goal line tackle to save the game.
So I've talked about this with two callers. The Battle of the Bell. How did that come about? What does the bell symbolize? Just because now I can't stop thinking about not many other teams around here not having a lot of trophy they're playing for in a rivalry.
Yeah, that's a great question, and I should probably know the answer to that. I know that it was like 1997, 1996, 1997 is when the bell was introduced. I'll have to look at. I can't believe I don't know the answer to why it was introduced, but it was introduced in the late 90s, and it's just been, you know, the tradition back and forth. You know, the winner gets to take the bell home. You know, they bring it back every year. They repaint it. It's got all the scores and stuff on the side. So it's been the tradition for the last, you know, almost 30 years. But I wish I knew the answer.
Yeah, I'm for it. I think it's pretty cool to have something to play for. I mean, you have a lot of it in college with the Paul Bunyan. I keep thinking Paul Bunyan Axe. I mean, does Minnesota and somebody have a rivalry game where they're playing for an axe or something? That's what I'm thinking. Maybe not an axe, because that sounds kind of dangerous now that I think about it. But I know Tennessee Kentucky had the beer barrel forever. There's some more out there. I'm just not thinking of right now.
There is I think it's called the Battle for the Bell. It's a college football rivalry. And I don't know off the top of my head who it is, but I know I've definitely looked it up. You know, I'm looking for some William Blunt Heritage stuff, and you type in Battle for the Bell, and there's a college football rivalry. So someone out there is playing for a bell too.
Paul Bunyan, Minnesota, Wisconsin. They're playing for the Paul Bunyan Axe. So it's a big golden fake axe, but still.
Yeah, it probably was a real axe at one point.
I'm sure it was. So next week. I mean, I'm looking at the schedule now. There's no Blount County games next week, right?
We have 6 byes next week.
That's wild that they're all. I mean, I guess they do that on purpose though. So just because it's fall break, but I mean, just looking here in Knox County, we've got Carnes playing, and other than that, there's really not a Knox County name that plays. I mean, there's a few private schools. I know Grace Christian plays at Sevier County, but yeah, it's just be a light week next week.
Yeah, I guess because it's you mentioned fall break. I think that's usually what it is. But I mean, as long as I've been at the Daily Times, like I think Greenback's usually the one that's holding out. You know, they always play on this week and they have their bye another time. But yeah, this year they have the same bye week. So we got a light week. Well, a light week for football, but we'll be state golf tournament and we got volleyball and soccer in the postseason, so we'll be plenty active.
Oh yeah, as always. Tennessee not playing tomorrow. Do you have a Maryville College game?
I do actually. Caleb and I are going to Sewanee tomorrow. We're hitting the road to go to Sewanee for some D3 football.
You ever been to Sewanee?
I have not. I've heard that it's south-ish, kind of to Chattanooga, maybe halfway between Nashville and Chattanooga.
Yeah, you go down Chattanooga, then you go up the interstate back towards Nashville, up Mont Eagle, and it's middle of nowhere. But for whatever reason, they used to play Tennessee back in the 20s or 30s in football, I feel like.
Yeah, I was looking it up today. They were in the SEC for a few years in the 1930s.
Yeah.
Sewanee
University. I think it's University of the South, maybe, what they also call it. So.
Yeah.
All right. Any other plans tomorrow?
Well, I'm looking forward to the trip. Caleb is under the impression that we will be stopping at Waffle House. So I think next time I'm on, I will be able to give a report on this hallowed restaurant.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to now.
Those are dangerous places, Josh. You might lose your shirt at one of them.
Well, I might lose my what?
Yeah,
I might lose my shirt.
But we went to Waffle House after the show like 2 weeks ago, and Bubba was involved in a jersey swap outside the
swap.
Yeah, outside the Waffle House.
Crazy.
Just be sure and go after the game. You don't want to go before. Just go after. It's kind of
yeah.
But can't wait to hear that report. They got a really good menu, but for sure get a waffle. Can you what are you going to suggest, Bubba? Hash browns for sure.
Yeah, and hopefully barring any dietary restrictions, got to get them smothered and covered, maybe chunked as well if you're feeling crazy.
Smothered, covered, and chunked.
Smothered and covered would be cheese and onions, and then chunked I think is also when they add mushrooms to it as well. So you don't necessarily have to do the chunk part, but at least smothered in cheese.
Either way, it's going to be fun to hear you finally experience a Waffle House after.
I'm kind of excited for it. It certainly has a lot of hype, so I'm ready to see how it compares to all the people that have been telling me that I need to go. So
for sure. All right, Josh. Before you get out here, as always, tell us where we can find your stuff throughout the week.
Yes, sir. I'm on Twitter at Josh_Lane20, and then everything on the Daily Times, and on Twitter that's TDT_sports.
All right, man. Sounds good. Have fun at the Wahoo tomorrow. Safe travels. Talk to you. I guess we'll talk to you in 2 weeks, so you better take some good notes about this Waffle House trip and just remember what happens.
Exactly. We'll do, guys.
All right, man. See you. All right, Bubba. Let's hit this last break because we're going to call it early tonight. Everything's over with. We'll go over the finals. Get out of here a little bit early so we can hit the road for fall break.
How many special people change? How many lives are living strange? Where were you while we were getting high? Slowly.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Your tax refund belongs to you, not an identity thief. Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft last year. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. They monitor and alert you to identity threats you'd miss on your own, even if you're careful with your personal information. And if you do become a victim of tax-related identity fraud, LifeLock has U.S.-based restoration specialists ready to help solve your identity theft issue. Plus, all LifeLock plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, meaning LifeLock will reimburse you up to the limits of your plan if you lose money due to identity theft. Let LifeLock help protect your financial info, so all you have to worry about is what you do with your tax refund. Go to LifeLock.com, save up to 25% off your first year. The promo code is HERD, promo code HERD, to save up to 25% off your first year. LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
Are you ready to show off that confident, radiant smile you've always dreamed of? Well, here at Knoxville Smiles, we're ready to turn your dream into a reality. At Knoxville Smiles, we're more than just a dental practice. We're your partners in achieving optimum oral health. From routine cleanings and checkups to advanced cosmetics and restorative procedures, we offer a wide range of services in an environment that makes every visit a positive and comfortable experience. At Knoxville Smiles, it's about more than just treatments. We're focused on creating a welcoming environment where you feel like family. Our state-of-the-art facilities are designed with your comfort in mind, and our friendly staff is always ready to address your questions and concerns. Don't wait any longer to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
I don't sleep cause my head's on fire. I hate creeps and I hate liars. Oh, you want the grave cat secret that I never tell. I'm up in heaven.
Welcome back into the SM Athletics Friday Night Scoreboard Show. This will be the last segment of the night. 966-3435 if you want to hop in and call. Got an interesting comment in the YouTube chat, Bubba.
What is it?
No, they aren't Knoxville area teams, but Daniel Boone and Davy Crockett play for a trophy. What do you think that trophy is?
Well, Daniel Boone was a man. He was a big man, and Davy Crockett was king of the wild frontier. So we're thinking either like a rifle or a knife, you know?
Musket.
Musket. Oh,
Musket.
okay. That's pretty cool.
That is. Shout out Rick Summy on the chat box saying that. I mean, that's something I would like to see a picture of because that does sound pretty wild for the. I'm surprised that hasn't been canceled, to be honest with you. I mean, I know it's a fake musket, but just the fact that they are playing for a gun, a fake gun, with all that goes on in the world today. Shout out Davy Crockett and Daniel Boone, high schools, not the actual men. Well, shout out to the men too, but they're dead and gone, of course. Fall break next week. A lot of teams not playing. Probably going to call it audible and not have a show just because looking at it, like we said, we've got Carnes playing, Grace Christian at Sevier County. We can only talk so much about those teams, and then Harriman playing Tellico Plains. I might actually go to a Harriman game next week, Bubba.
I mean, you be getting back that day.
You want to go with me?
Yeah, why not?
I'll show you off down there. I'll show you God's country.
We'll go live on location, Tim.
Yeah.
We got the equipment for it.
Do we have a caller, Bubba?
We do.
Put him through. Caller.
All right.
In there?
Yeah, you're here, man.
Made it.
Let's hear it.
Good.
Starting to worry about you.
Yeah, you guys are trying to cut out on me a little early, so I made it finally. But,
Well, I mean, we've covered everything. It's a two-man show. We can only do so much. We've basically talked about everything. We've got our callers in. We're gonna get it. We're gonna hit the road early.
yeah, Bubba's he's like having 3 or 4 people there with you. Though. He's really talented, but
Well, I mean, he's got the. It's like having three people over there because he's got different person. I mean, he's got 3 different personalities. So
Yeah.
if he could just talk in a different voice, it'd make it sound like we got a full house. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now you know where I'm from around here.
Bubba's the best. So I heard y'all a little bit earlier. Halls got it done. Halls licked the beaver tonight.
The Devils were all over that beaver and Carnes.
They got him. Yeah. So one of the weird trophy things in Loudoun County, they run the ball from whatever high school, Loudon and Lenore City, they run the football before the game
over the bridge
to whoever's hosted over the bridge, and then in the city council, whoever wins, they've got money that they trade, like framed money, and they keep a tally of the it may be a $1 bill or like $10, but it stays in the city council building of whoever wins that year. So we've been holding the money down here in Loudon for a long time.
Do you know the significance of this bill? Like, why is it a certain, denomination? Or like, if it's like $1, like what's so special about this $1? Or does somebody just pull it out of their pocket and just say, we're framing this now?
It's like a mayor deal between the two mayors. I'll get the scoop on it and I'll let you know. But I've seen it in the city council building a lot and looked at it, but I don't have it right off the top of my head. But it's a quirky little thing they do down here. I hope it never dies.
At least I got the boys running, it seems.
Yeah.
Is it who gets to run it? Is just players from each team run it?
No,
or players from one team.
No, it's nobody that's playing, obviously, because they're getting ready to play a football game. They don't want them running,
So they get the ball at game time.
Yeah, well, what happens is at like 5:30 or whatever, they close Highway 11 down. The kids take off. Like it might be like a basketball player runs it for 1 mile, and then they give it to somebody else, and he runs it for a mile. If they close 11 down and follow the ball, like the cheerleaders and the bus and everything are with the football the whole time. They bring it in and like give it to the referee right before the game starts. It's a whole.
How many miles is that totally?
It's probably six from school to school, maybe 6.5.
What happens if somebody goes rogue and like throws the ball somewhere and just runs away?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to figure it out. We'll have to arrest them.
I'd like to see you run that ball next year, Bubba. Give you like a 200
Hell,
yard.
sign me up.
200-yard sprint.
I can do the last 200 yards.
No, you couldn't.
I heard Bubba say at one point tonight, and I really enjoyed it. I think he was talking about wrestling, and he called it I think he referred to it as a combat sport. Is that true, Bubba? Did you say that?
No, well, kind of sort of. You're in the ballpark, but, we're down here on the diamond. We were talking about that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson MMA movie.
Yeah.
And he brought up Mark Coleman, Tim did. And I said, in his respective combat sport. So that would imply that there could be other combat sports. And you'd say, what would be one of those? And if you want to throw wrestling into that mix, hell, I'm throwing wrestling into there.
Yeah. It makes more sense now. But Anderson County got shocked last night.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about that. A couple callers. Logan spoke on it. Westchester spoke on it. Former Anderson County volunteer assistant Westchester, apparently, from what he said. I mean, it could be bad for Anderson County. I mean, if Gibbs wins out, they've got 2 more region games. I mean, they're going to be – and, of course, Anderson County loses to Alcoa, which we kind of think will happen. Anderson County goes on the road for the first round of the playoffs for the first time in a long time.
I think it all – so you're saying Alcoa is going to win?
I mean, that's probably the betting favorite, I would say. Yes.
Okay.
I'm more set on that one going towards Alcoa than I am now Maryville and Oak Ridge, because the last few weeks everybody's talking me out of that. I thought Maryville was going to whip Oak Ridge, but Bubba's on that Oak Ridge bandwagon.
I'm on it too.
They got that pizza out there. They got my favorite Chinese joint.
I've got ties to Oak Ridge. Are you talking about Big Ed's Pizza?
Big Ed's, and I'm talking about Miss Betty's Magic Walk.
Yeah, are you talking in the trailer right there across from the hospital?
Yep.
Yeah.
This guy
That
knows.
is, yeah.
This guy knows ball.
He knows what's up. Hey, boys. Hey, if you're really driving to Florida tonight, Tim, you be careful.
I'm going to attempt it. I'm not going to make it all the way. My plan is to
what part
make
of Florida are you going to?
Daytona Beach.
Oh, yeah. Is it
ain't
bike
racing
week?
down there, Tim.
But I mean, I know. I wish they were, Bubba, but I'm just going because it's fall break. I'm going to hope to make it on the other side of Atlanta tonight is the plan. So maybe Macon, Tifton, I don't know. We're going to get past Atlanta. So,
well, Bubba, you keep it real. I don't. Is Beaver ever coming back?
I don't know. He's leaving on. He's leaving out of Port Canaveral in the morning on a cruise. He didn't say if it was a 5-day cruise or a
500 days
or a retirement cruise. Like he's going to live. I don't know. We'll see. Which I mean, now I've talked myself into not having a show next week because everybody's on fall break. There's no games, so he's going to be a little rusty coming back. There ain't no telling what kind of music he's going to play or how he's going to answer the phone.
Oh, the music's been great tonight. I don't think Bubba can do anything wrong.
Oh, Bo hit me with that HBK music, and man, I perked up. So, all right,
you boys be good. Have fun.
All right, man. See you. Just another all-time call from your boy Matt. We got another one on the hook, Bubba.
Yes, sir.
Just get him in here before we get out of here in about 4 minutes. Caller, you there?
I'm here.
He's there. He's been there. He's there. He's everywhere. Brucey.
Here, now,
forever
together.
8 a.m. start time, October the 11th for the Crown Jewel. Me and Bubba's planning a watch party here in the office.
I'll be on my way home from the Mouse House.
8 a.m. Monday Night Raw 2 days later.
So I watch it from school.
I watch
it from the factory at work. I went to the Megs game last night. I will say this, Tim. Megs won 65-6.
Very similar to another score tonight. Very similar.
I was sad to see that, honestly.
Hurts her heart.
But score was 51-0 at halftime. Coach Simbeck and company could have probably put 100 up against Brainerd, but he called the dogs off very, very early. Brainerd's just down this year. It happens. We've known Brainerd teams that were pretty good, and they'll cycle back through, and they'll be all right. But I went to scout the Kingston Yeller Jackets for my Meigs County Tigers just as a fan tonight, and they took it to McMinn Central Chargers. It's a closer game than the score said, but I think it was a 28-10, something like that.
Kind of an upset, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Meigs is steadily on top of that region, and 2 through 4, 5 is kind of all bunched in. Sweetwater is. I think you come in with Sweetwater an upset over Kingston, or was Kingston an upset over McMinn? It'll all wash out, but I think that's the question.
Yeah.
And then Scott County's doing better than they've done in a while. McMinn Central did BTA them, as the kids say. But I don't know. 2 through, like I said, 2 through, I guess, 5 in that region. Austin East is kind of at the bottom of it right now, but 2 through 5 is wide open. Meigs controls their own destiny. They own that spot so far, but we'll see how it plays out. I will say
that's going to be a McMinn Central. If they end up getting that 4 seed, they're going to be one of the better 4 seeds in the state, I would say.
I agree. I agree with that. I agree. I heard on here you're going to Florida. Are you going to eat some conch fritters?
I always try to. I am a fan.
Also, I heard them talking about pizza. I have a good friend that traveled to New York with you, I heard, that y'all really enjoyed pizza on a trip you went up there.
Yeah, I'm a big pizza fan. I'm not the biggest Big Ed's pizza fan. I think there's some pizza in the area that might be better. No shade there, but I'm not the biggest Big Ed's fan.
I did try Pop's Pizza in Rockwood.
Yeah, I've heard
I
of it.
will give it another. I'll give it another try. I didn't love it, but it was a busy night. Any interest? I honestly haven't checked the scoreboard. Any interesting things happen? I know last night there was an interesting win. There were gifts, but anything tonight?
I mean, we really thought Hardin Valley had a chance at Farragut tonight. They ended up losing, I think, 45-28. A lot of blowouts. Powell blanking Campbell County, I think 49-0. Carnes getting whipped up on. West putting it to Clinton, running clock. Were there any close games tonight? I mean, I think Maryville handled Cookville pretty easy. Alcoa running clock against South Dual.
Depends on what region you're looking for. We're talking, bottom, Region 1. Chucky Doak was facing Claiborne for kind of that fourth spot there.
Yeah, Bo's obsessed with Chucky Doak tonight, apparently.
Y'all don't go this far down, but I watched the last two quarters, Stone and Macon County, and it was one of the better games I've seen in a while. Stone beat the defending state champions on their home field, but I know Alcoa's thrown into the mix. Macon County won the state championship as a 4 seed last year, I might add.
Never count out the underdog, Bubba. Never count them out. All right, Brucey, I'm guessing you're on fall break next week too from the factory.
I am on fall break from the factory, but I'll be spending my days working hard on the go.
All right, Bubba, that's an old wrestling saying you probably don't know. All right, Brucey, we'll talk to you in a couple weeks because I think we're going to take the week off next week also. So
Rome County Schools ain't taking a week off.
No, they're not. So if we do make it back from Florida, we may go watch Telco Plains and Harriman next week, but may just spend an extra day down there in the Central Florida. We don't know. Bubba's got something to say. Say it, Bubba.
I was just going to ask about that wrestling terminology.
Yeah, it's just
spend my days working hard on the go, but the hands of the you ain't heard that one?
That's Jeff Jarrett's song. Bubba's a big Jeff Jarrett hater, apparently. That's Jeff's song from the early 90s.
I will say me and Tim saw Jeff in one of his lowest moments in his life, I would say.
Drunk.
But but I will say I've heard he's doing better.
He's doing better.
I think
he called me a slap nut, so
yeah, he called Bubba a slap nut that day we had him on the phone on the show back in February. So it happens though. All right, Brucey, we're gonna go home. So we'll see you. God bless you. All right, week 7 has come to an end. We're calling it so we can get out of here a little bit early. We've covered everything we can. As of now, I don't think we're going to be here next week, Bubba, just because of the nothing going on. Do you have anything you want to add tonight that we didn't cover?
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of games that we didn't go over, but also
okay. Well,
do we need to go over them?
Let's keep going then. Come on with it.
Well, I'm trying to find the scores, so if you just let me stall for a couple seconds.
No, ain't no stalling. You've had the whole call over with Brucey and Matt. You could be looking stuff up. I mean, I'll hit the finals one more time of stuff that in our area that's went finals since, which I think I covered everything. I mean, North Green beat Jellicoe 19-14. Midway's come back to beat Whitwell 41-36. They were down 19-13 at halftime, so that second half popped off there. Marion County 15-3 over Bledsoe County. Knox Central beats McMinn County. McMinn County's second loss of the year. I think that puts them at 5-2. Having a very good year for McMinn County, 24-21. Carter beats Fulton 49-6. Happy Valley beats Hancock County 67-0. Hampton beats Unaka 66-22. Greenville rolls. I would be curious to see that stat line for that wide receiver that's committed to Tennessee, 62-7.
Cherokee wasn't that bad.
Elizabethan beats the Tomato Boys in Granger County 49-6. Eagleton beats Tellico Plains 30-37. I'm going to say my Harriman Blue Devils get a win next week against Tellico Plains. Well, I've left Bubba speechless. He doesn't know what to say. He's trying to keep this show going on for another 30 minutes. He's trying to keep me off the road. When I've said I'm going to try to get south of Atlanta tonight after leaving here, but he wants to keep me here for whatever reason.
All right. Any final words, Tim? I'm sorry.
Concord Christian beat Providence Academy 49-21. Be interested to see what Grace Christian can do with Sevier County next week at Sevier County. By far the most intriguing game of the week of a absolutely awful slate with everybody being on fall break. For beautiful Bubba, I am Tim Hill. This is the SM Athletics Friday Night Scoreboard Show. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
baseball like they do, not the Phillies, not the Yankees. The teams that we didn't play so far, we're going to see them again. We're going to see the Mariners.
Toronto,
the Blue Jays.
I would add that they were the only team batting average over 260. So George Springer's been white hot, and they have Guerrero Jr. So they have something in the Toronto lineup, and certainly the Yankees have power.
Yeah. Oh, the Yankees. Look, you looking for home runs? The Yankees can get them for you. The Blue Jays have it to a level, but nobody hits the baseball with the confidence level, with the ability of the Dodgers. And look, Will Smith could be on his way as well.
He's available.